Hey guys, so this is my first of however many I end up doing called Fun Fact Friday. So this is just going to be a fun fact about myself that I'm going to share. And then when you're watching this video, I would love it if you would put down a fun fact about you in the comments. So today's fun fact about me is that growing up, you know how your career interest changes multiple times over time. So these were all of my career decision changes growing up. So some point in my life I wanted to be an astronaut. Some point in my life I wanted to be in the Air Force. At some point in my life I wanted to be an actress. At some point in my, which is ironic because I can't act. I'm not a good liar. Not that actors have to lie, but I just can't be in a position where I have to pretend that I'm somebody I'm not. And I used to want to be a teacher. And going into college, I actually wanted to counsel children. My idea was children going through a divorce in the family, or just children with trauma. And then, long story short, that's not the route I went, obviously. And then here's another one fact that did come true. So I grew up in Longview, Texas, and we would go to football games on Friday nights growing up. My cousin played football, Longview Lobos, woo woo. And so we would go to football games, and my favorite thing, so I was never much into the football, but my favorite part was the halftime show, which I'm sure a lot of you can agree with. And I absolutely loved watching the marching band. And I remember this specific time. I was standing down at the bottom of the bleachers watching the band go by on the track, and I told my dad, and I think I was in like 5th grade at the time, 4th grade, something like that, and I told my dad that I was going to play that instrument that that girl had, and that instrument that I pointed at was the flute. And so the school I moved to after that we started band in 6th grade, and we got to pick our own instruments, and so we would pick between like woodwinds or brass or percussion, and the flute is obviously a woodwind, and so I went to the woodwind section, and we played around. We got to practice on the flute, and the two I remember doing is the flute and the clarinet. So the ironic thing is when I did the flute, I didn't make any noise on it because you have to learn the embouchure, but they still were like trying to give us, a taste of what it would feel like to do that for a long time. So I didn't make any noise on the flute. I did, however, make a noise on the clarinet. So logically, I should have done the clarinet, right? But I still really, really wanted to play the flute. So I picked the flute and started playing the flute in band, did all the learning. And I was consistently like 2nd or 3rd chair in 6th and 7th grade. And then as I got into high school and stuff, like I still enjoyed playing the flute, but it wasn't really, I started to get more into athleticism. So, anyways, but I just think it's really cool that in like 3rd or 4th grade, I told my dad that I wanted to play that instrument, the flute, and 3-4 years later, I can't remember exactly how old I was when I said that to my dad, but 3 or 4 years later, I still did. So I think there's a lesson in there somewhere. it's hard to stick to goals over a long period of time, but it's possible. So anyways, that's my little fun fact Friday. Leave your fun fact of yourself below, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a wonderful Friday, and make it a good one. Be productive even though it's Friday in your work. And have a wonderful, blessed, awesome weekend. See you later.